Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. And this is part 2 in my 3-part series on setting yourself up for success. If you haven't seen part 1, check it out. It's up on YouTube. I'd love you to start with that one and come back to this one, but it doesn't matter. I'm not particular. Start here. It's all good. So I have a question for you. I want you to imagine a PGA golfer, like someone who's like the best of the best. Like, I don't golf and I have a huge admiration for golfers, but imagine that person who can be at the top of their game. Now, imagine if there was a person who wanted to golf at the PGA level and they go out and buy a golf club and they just show up at the tour expecting to play. We'd all laugh, wouldn't we? Okay, there's a great movie called Happy Gilmore. It's kind of like that, but pretend that's not the real world, although I love that movie, and I'm sure if you've seen it, you probably do too. But here's the whole point. Some of you, with your goals, have that level of expectation. You're like, oh, I want to lose weight, or, oh, I want to make more money, or whatever. And you're like that person who buys the golf club and shows up at the PGA. The reality is, to achieve anything, there is a degree of preparation. Mark Zuckerberg had a whole variety of a skill set before he started Facebook. Bill Gates had a massive skill set in programming before he started Microsoft. Even Howard Schultz, before he started Starbucks, was working in hospitality, the coffee industry. It doesn't just happen. So my thing for you, if you really, really want to achieve, is getting into this place of understanding that all great goals have a degree of preparation. And what you don't tend to see, we all love the success story. We love all of those movies where, Rocky wins the championship and everything else. But don't forget, there were all those scenes where he's knocked down and he's in the gym and he's skipping and he's running the steps in Philadelphia. And it's the same thing for you. A lot of people I meet at the events I do, even in my classes, they want the glory, but they don't want to live out the story. They don't want the blood, sweat, and tears. So in this series, we're talking about preparing you mentally by getting into some great habits. We're also talking about preparing you physically. Now, in my past life, I was a personal trainer for over 15 years. I also was a nutritional consultant. My clients were doctors, athletes, even celebrities. And so today we're going to talk about preparing your health. And I could probably train you on 3 days of it and still not get where I want to be. But I'm just going to give you a few quick tips right now so that you can prepare yourself physically, because I don't care if your goal is a health goal, if it's a financial goal, if it's a relationship goal. We need to be healthy, because when we're healthy, we have the energy to live into that person that we're destined to be. So I want to talk about the first tip I have is establishing a baseline. Many of my students and clients, even though I teach organization and productivity, even sales productivity, I ask my students to go out and have a physical exam. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, Susan, not a physical. Yes, a physical, but we're talking about the new physical. We're not just talking about getting your cholesterol measured and do you have a pulse. We're talking about getting your hormones tested. We're talking about establishing baselines for you, because if you're not feeling right, how are you supposed to produce? And a lot of you are pushing. You feel tired. You don't feel like yourself. I know, because you write me and you tell me, and you're going to see more videos that I'm producing with my production partner on health. But I'll tell you something, if you don't know your baseline, you're going to waste a lot of time, effort, and energy and money trying different things that might not work. So go get a general physical. Don't avoid it, just do it. The second thing that you want to do is schedule in your workouts. If you don't schedule them in, they are not going to happen. And high achievers, all the ones I know, they get up early in the morning, they get their workout in. Why? Because you get up in the morning. If you have kids at home, you get up super early, you get the workout done before the kids get up, then you're not going to get interrupted. The next thing, if you have to suit up for the day, I'll tell you, most days my hair doesn't look like this, but if you have to suit up for the day and have meetings and so on and so forth, and you want to look good, do you want to go at the end of the day when you're exhausted and go work out? Now, I know for some of you that really works for you, but for people who have kids at home, it doesn't always work that great. So schedule in your workouts, get up early. The next thing is water. Dehydration causes exhaustion, headaches, mental fatigue, body aches, you name it. And I know so many people, and this is really just a personal opinion, I would say from my experience, about 7 out of 10 people are dehydrated most of their day. And when you're dehydrated, you can't think straight. How are you supposed to be that person who's going for some amazing goal if you're in a state of dehydration? So a minimum of, some people say 2 liters of water. I'm just going to be honest and tell you it's 4 liters of water a day to really flush the toxins out of your body and keep your body hydrated. The next thing is fresh fruits and vegetables. And there was a study done in Framingham, Massachusetts, and they were looking at cardiovascular health over a long period of time. And they found that just having 5 to 7 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables a day would prevent almost 70% of the cancers out there. Now, guys, fresh fruits and vegetables, it's not rocket science, but most of you are not doing it, okay? And no, your pizza is not a vegetable. I know some people have decided that pizza is a vegetable. It is not a vegetable. We're talking something fresh. And yes, it's gonna be an effort, but I'll tell you something, success is something that always has the cost of a degree of effort, right? And you're going to feel so much better. Do it for your kids too. The next thing is lean proteins. Protein is a natural appetite suppressant, and a lot of times people who are hungry all the time, they're just not getting enough protein. Now, how much protein can we really physically handle? We can handle anywhere from about 25 grams to 35 grams of protein at any one time. So lean proteins can, if you're vegetarian, vegan, they could be nuts and seeds and legumes and that kind of thing, tempeh. Or if you're someone who's, say, vegetarian, lacto-ovo, you can talk about organic eggs, egg whites, that kind of thing. Or if you do eat meat, some lean turkey, lean fish throughout the day, all of those things are good, even a really good high quality protein shake. So make sure that you are getting lean proteins every 3 to 4 hours. You're not going to be as hungry. You're going to feel so much better. And the next thing is maybe consider doing a cleanse. Now, there are different kinds of cleanses. Some cleanses are the kinds of cleanse where you're physically eliminating certain foods. So gluten and sugar, processed foods, that is a form of cleansing. Then there are other types of cleanses where you're physically taking some form of supplements. You may be doing a deeper cleanse. Definitely work with a health practitioner. Find one that works for you. But when you're setting yourself up for a goal, and when you see in my next video, I'm going to talk about doing a cleanse of your workspace and everything else, that doing a physical body cleanse can give you more mental acuity, more energy, and you just have better focus. And a lot of people really love how they feel. My amazing, amazing meditation, The Shift, is available on SusanSly.com, and I would encourage you to get it, $3.97. And I'll tell you, anytime you're going for a goal, it's really, really important that you are very mindful, because you can get frenetic, you can get exhausted, and either of those extremes are not productive. You want to be in this calm place. And so that meditation will help you do that. And then my book, Organize Your Life, is available on Amazon and SusanSlyBooks.com. And then lastly, follow me on social media. I would love to connect with you. And my website, again, is www.susansly.com. Thank you so much for dropping by, and you make it an amazing day.